Hello YouTube. So something that I've learned from interacting with inmendham is that he doesn't understand long sentences. I'll get halfway through a sentence and he'll pause the video and he'll argue with what I just said, and then he'll play it again and you'll hear me go, but, and then the meaning of the sentence has changed because of the second half of the sentence. So he doesn't understand long sentences, he doesn't understand complex ideas, and he doesn't understand technical language. He seems to think that he sort of dances back and forth between common usages of terms and more specific uses of language. So how to respond in such a way so as to be understood, how to simplify my points in a way that they can be easily grasped. And so I decided that I would have a little fun, and I wrote 40 haikus. Did this early today. Didn't have a lot to do. Got off work, so I wrote 40 haikus in response to inmendham, and I will read them aloud now. 1. Gary, I don't know. You're unable to get words, so I'll try haikus. 2. Subjectivity and sentience are the same. They mean the same thing. 3. Therefore, you agree that ethics is subjective. There is no rock rape. 4. Minimizing pain, is this the highest value? I am skeptical. 5. If the world implodes, we have an obligation to go down with it. 6. We're making our bed, now we ought to lie in it, or else we're cowards. 7. When my own actions lead to my own suffering, it is well deserved. 8. To flee from this pain is worse than enduring it. This is obvious. 9. It follows, therefore, there's something more to ethics than mere suffering. 10. It is an honor to suffer in service to a higher value. 11. You like to say that I'm a typical human. This, of course, is true. 12. You're not wrong to say that humans are a cancer. Therefore, so am I. 13. I admit freely that I share in the burden of our own folly. 14. The brokenness of the world is on my shoulders, as well as your own. 15. To be human is to be at fault for this mess, always already. 16. We suffer and die. We make things worse and worse yet. This is our birthright. 17. This fact, however, does not absolve me or you of our core duties. 18. It is a duty to suffer that which we have brought upon ourselves. 19. You want to opt out. This is irresponsible. You are a coward. 20. By what right do you presume to speak for victims? Anne Frank held to hope. 21. Was she wrong in this? Did she fail to use reason? Or are you just weak? 22. Hope where there is none. Persistence in the face of the apocalypse. 23. We work for a good world that will likely not come. Work for its own sake. 24. Outcomes don't matter. Ethics is about the work of making the world. 25. And so I have hope. not because it's warranted, but because it's strength. 26. The difference between myself and you is simple. You can't take the pain. 27. Some can be tortured and not give up their comrades. This is ethical. 28. The ethical, then, is not simply reducing pain, but enduring. 29. If to endure is to be responsible, then how does one endure? 30. The only answer is purely irrational hope for its own sake. 31. Reading accounts of victims of atrocities will clarify this. 32. You feel entitled to speak for them, yet not learn what their pain has taught them. 33. This is disrespect for the suffering endured. It's obscenity. 34. You use others' pain to justify shitting on others' happiness. 35. This is not moral. This is parasitic in the highest degree. 36. If you can't endure, you've failed at being human. Learn to live or die. 37. The world is absurd. You can either learn to cope or you can implode. 38. Every moment that you don't commit suicide, you are choosing life. 39. As such, to rally behind the banner of death is hypocrisy. 40. That's my position. You, sir, are a parasite and a hypocrite.